Welcome to Bible at the Bar. Here we are at Talia's Steakhouse on the Upper West Side of Manhattan with Professor Nathaniel Berman.
L'chaim.
Deuteronomy chapter 23. At the beginning of the chapter, the Bible talks about the man who has a nocturnal sexual emission, and he's banned from the camp. He has to go outside the camp. What is that about?
What is that about? Oh my God. Well, I think again, when you read these kinds of passages, you have to imagine a society in which this could happen. Imagine a form of life in which what happens to you in the intimacy of your bed at night means that you're actually excluded from the community. This is so different than our own world, in which we have distinctions between public and private, between sex and community, in which everything is compartmentalized. This is a society in which something that happens to you in the intimacy of your own home, right, leads to your exclusion from the community, right? And presumably, how do they know about it? It must be that the man himself says it. I have had a nocturnal emission. I have to leave the camp. Otherwise, how would anyone know? And it really is an image of an integrated life, and also an image of a public, of a community in which people are supposed to be pure, people are supposed to be holy, and which people themselves respect that, so that they will themselves say, I'm not worthy now of sitting in the community, I have to go outside the camp for a while. It's an amazing thing just to sit and imagine what that community is like. Very different than our own, perhaps not one we'd like to replicate, but nonetheless something that has a really compelling power to it.
And maybe a trust. Everybody has to really trust one another, that they share with one another things that you would never think of sharing today.
Yeah, exactly. And the idea of keeping secrets doesn't even seem to be on the table. You have a nocturnal emission, you say, my friends, I've had a nocturnal emission, I'm leaving the camp now for a day. It's so inconceivable to us. We have to use our imaginations in this, as in so many passages in Deuteronomy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.